Let's get it.
Don't be sure, tell them make sure. If not, we gon' make war. Clips say it hold 20, but I think it could take more. Grab a stick, fire on your camp, we gon' make s'mores. I ain't satisfied with my spot, then I'ma take yours. No matter how many roadblocks in my way, I'ma break forward. This path I'm on is so damn narrow, I just stay forward. Put them on my plate, I'm never full, I just ate more. Put them on my plate, I'm never full, give me 8 more. Nigga, I don't sugarcoat shit, bitch, I'm straightforward. Don't give a fuck if they don't let me in, I just break doors. Ballin' so hard, they asking what team that I play for. Skimmer who? They ain't stopped making guns when they made yours. Sick with it, feeling like I woke up with stage 4. They ain't want the beast loose, what they opened up the cage for. Endure the pain, been through hard times is what I'm made for. Paid my dues, never left a wage, I just rage war. So many chains and gold teeth, it's the blood of a slave. Sit on a throne with a gold crown from the blood of a slave. This is our world, got it from the mud to the grave. Become a thing in the past, don't be a story in my page.
Still against all enemies. In high school, you was the man that's lost memory shit. Lost energy, never lost my energy. Never lose control, never losing, dog, I plan to keep. You lose your mind where I'm from, I ain't talking from what you see. I never lost soul, losing times, wasting steady pacing. You off track, I'm on that. You pray to God, hoping he can save you. But there's power about war, and that's a different angle. This another lost cause, and I'm just adding to the list. They not seeing me for that reason, got a flash on the grip. Nigga, big priest, they gon' judge me by my increase. And I'ma keep stepping in these joys to the increase. Just got off the phone with Jacob, and he said it's time to shine. Certified, blue dot, put it on you, now you verified. One West world, bigger than World War III. Do not sleep, it's not cheap, and it's still top 3.
So many chains and gold teeth, it's the blood of a slave. Sit on a throne with a gold crown from the blood of a slave. This is our world, got it from the mud to the grave. Become a thing in the past, don't be a story in my page.
Came on boats and then chains, so when I get rich, I'ma grab a boat and 10 chains with 12 ribs from each tribe. And each rib gonna have at least 3 kids. Yeah, I'ma have a deep squad. Been rapping since knee high, now a nigga shack size. Spit that holy fire, when you hear it, you get baptized. One West world, yeah, you niggas know the logo. And I'ma bust it down so the haters see the globe glow. Let's have a feast, let's shine on our enemies. Right in they face, let's blind all our enemies. Cause now we half, but we come from half knots. Throw that cash on the ground, my nigga, let's cast lots. I started from the bottom, birthed out of mud, raised by gangsters, turned out a thug. I ain't give a fuck, burnt out I was, from hitting licks in and out and selling nicks in the drought.
So many chains and gold teeth, it's the blood of a slave. Sit on a throne with a gold crown from the blood of a slave. This is our world, got it from the mud to the grave. Become a thing in the past, don't be a story in my page.
Always sip on my own, don't need you all in my song. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding strap on my chrome. Always sip on my own, don't need you all in my song. Spend some wrong.
Been out of these streets, nigga trying to eat while the police on family stealing from me. I'm on the phone being pray, but white Jesus can't save me. Get him away from me. I don't know what to say. So many niggas hating me. Get him away from me.
Always sip on my own, don't need you all in my song. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding strap on my chrome. Always sip on my own, don't need you all in my song. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding strap on my chrome.
Always sip on my own, don't need you all in my song. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding around with my chrome. Always sip on my own, don't need you all in my song. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding around with my chrome. Trying to keep it on the true side, nigga. Laying low to play it cool now, nigga. Ass niggas on the team, I've been known to get the green ever since I was 2-5, nigga. Coop hanging out the roof, nah, nigga. Cause I ain't stunting on them. Put my whole team on so they ain't wantin'. When niggas doing bad, you know that they be hating on you. Get the hoping that you fall, they be waiting on it. Bullshit get bread from the envy. Best friends get to looking like enemies when you got it in this bank account empty. Perfect recipe to breed a lot of jealousy. Looking from a bird's eye view. Learn from everything I've been through. Told my baby girl, if you ain't spending life with the nigga, never let him put a dick up in you. Cause if a nigga wrong, I'ma check that shit. And when you paper long, never flex that shit. Told my son, when you getting money, never trick it to a bop and flip it over, then invest that shit. Give a lot of game, trying to bless my kid. Gotta keep it real, that's the best shit. Got hitters up and feel it back in Texas. When I get up on the track, yeah, I wreck shit.
Always up on my own. Don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding strap on my chrome. Always up on my own. Don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone.
Always up on my own. Don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding around with my chrome. Always up on my own. Don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding around with my chrome.
Hey, I'm just following orders. Let me get one of those slow motion pictures, bro. One of the slow motion pictures.
You gotta shoot at 60 frames per second.
Come on,
They say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move it caution. As if they make the wrong move it caution. You see me, they like, ooh, keep on shopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop it. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. Coming up, I'm about to bust. They see me, they like, ooh, keep on shopping. I'm on my body, real niggas right beside me. Damn right, I brought my army. Going up like a rocket, and can't nobody stop me. These niggas garbage, so watch your mouth, boy. Coming all black, slithering house, call me mouth, boy. I'm off the hip like a cowboy. I'm a king, you should bow, boy. Shorty like that, man, you cut up. Nothing I can handle. 144 in the booth, going Rambo. Niggas do you dirty like a stick in a bando. That's why I play the corner like a bum with a banjo. I'ma lead by example. Ooh, keep on stopping, got this bitch off the hand. Got the juice, got the drip, about to hit the bitch with the salt. It ain't rap, it's assault. Can't taste a bitch unless you with the coke. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move it caution. As if they make the wrong move it caution.
One way.
Coming up on my divorce. I do it how a veteran be. You better than me. I'm Reggie at the edge of the key. It's all money, no honey. Think you settle and see. You locked up, fucked up, and it's back to the streets. It's One West. You can check the residency. I reside with soldiers died on the soles of their feet. Cause it's death before designer. Ain't no coward in me. Cause I'm cold as a bitch's shoulder. You ain't calling a week. Get the cooking on this beat. Hope you like it well done. Got them killers rolling with me and they all red rum. Got you fucking scared some. Get the banging on this beat till my fucking head numb. Black Glock, red drum, black and yellow air ones. Homie, you ain't got a vest. I suggest you wear one.
Told these niggas we was going up. They was doing a lot of talking. Now these niggas ain't saying shit.
Feeling like a legend in this shit, lil nigga, I'm past veteran. Never feeling third, lil nigga, I'm past second. Guns, I gotta have them all like Ash Ketchum. Shotty break a nigga ribs up like his wife left him. We all steppin', kill you with kindness cause I'm dead nice. That 5'7" put you 6 feet, not talking height. That judge giving out 5, but you doing life. These hands are rude GPS, a mean right. That's mean right, we build different, you know the vibes. And we something authentic, we notarized. I keep a 144 because I know a kind. Noah's Ark, you know I'm with animals when we flowing by. We back again, no cap, when I'm with Cap again. Yeah, they say they want smoke until we matching them. Everything righteous, so you know when we get back at them, you get hit up with a K, but no acronym. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move it caution. Cause if they make the wrong move it caution. You see me, they like, ooh, keep on shopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop it. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. Coming up, I'm about to bullshit.
All right. Shalom, Israel. We at the ISUPK, Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. Since 1969, we've been teaching this truth to the blacks, natives, and Hispanics. Tonight, it's been a heavy thing going on that I feel like, that I needed to talk about and give these scriptures. And this is why a lot of us, we won't be able to get further because of the adultery that's going on in Israel. You know what I'm saying? Like within our culture, it's promoted. It's actually like, look, it's looked upon as a good thing. Like, especially like from brothers in the world, like we encouraged to and to be a better man because we could sleep with another brother's wife. You know what I'm saying? We always talking about like how good, like, I could have, I got your girl, whatever the case is. And something I wanted to go into tonight. I'm gonna start off with this scripture because when I'm having conversations with brothers in the world, they can't fathom why I'm saying the things that I'm saying, but they don't understand that, they're speaking to a prophet of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? When you're in the midst of, and sometimes when you're a prophet and you trying to tell people the right thing to do, they can't fathom in their minds why you're saying the things that you're saying. Especially like when you, like when I fish, I don't always just pull the Bible out and say, look, this is against the Lord, you know what I'm saying, all the time. But like when you try to give it to them on a principle basis, they always got a bunch of stuff to argue, a bunch of nonsense to say. And honestly, like, I'm just doing what I'm ordered to do. You know what I'm saying? If I could you give me Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 18 and 19?
Sir. You said Ezekiel chapter 18?
Chapter 3, verses 18 and verse 18.
Sir, I'm there now.
All right.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 3 and verse 17.
Go ahead.
Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the word at my mouth. And give them warning from me.
Let me stop there. It says son of man. Like, that's an old term that we used to use. You know what I'm saying? It's like, how if you're from New York, you might say son or B, or from Philly, you be like, yo, young boy, or something like
right.
Son of man, you know what I mean? That's how, he's addressing this. And then what he made is what it say?
I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel.
Right. So he's made us a watchman unto the house of Israel. So the fact that the Lord gave us the truth, you know what I'm saying? The Lord has made us watchmen over Israel. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Therefore, hear the word at my mouth.
Right.
And give them warning from me. Verse 18.
This can't be it.
When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die.
Okay.
Oh, Salaki.
I don't know. Just give me 1 second.
Sir.
Ezekiel. No, I'm under the right chapter. Ezekiel. Okay, go ahead. When you say unto the wicked,
when I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die.
Right. So like in here, we don't sugarcoat things for the people. You know what I'm saying? We give it to you what the Lord say. Like, go ahead.
And thou givest me not Salakia, and thou givest him not warning.
Right. So if we see our brothers doing something that's doing something against the Lord that results in death, you know what I'm saying? We should give them warning. But if we don't give them warning, go ahead.
Nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way,
right,
to save his life.
So this is a form of brotherhood that the Lord is telling us to do. You know what I'm saying? Like nowadays in society, we have this it's every man for themselves. I'm gonna mind my business type of mindset. You know what I'm saying? But the Lord is telling us that we should. The Lord is telling us that we should give warning. If we don't give warning, keep going. My bad.
Sir. The same wicked man shall die in his iniquity.
Right.
But his blood will I require at thine hand.
Right. So now we got to give this brother warning if we see him going in the wrong direction. You know what I'm saying? We got to give this brother warning if we see him doing, heinous acts or things that the Lord says will result in death. You know what I'm saying? It says if we don't give that person warning, if we had that mindset like, if I hear a brother saying that he's sleeping with another brother's wife,
right?
You know what I'm saying? If I hear him talking about it and glorifying it, then I should tell him, you know what I'm saying? Tell him that it's wrong to do that and tell him that he could die from doing that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, but go ahead. Because he said that same wicked man is still going to die. But his blood, the Lord is going to require his blood on our hands. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have to answer for that. Why didn't you warn that brother? You know what I'm saying? Why did you allow that brother to do what he's doing? Go ahead.
Verse 19. Yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity.
Right.
But thou hast delivered thy soul.
Right. So now, if we don't give that brother warning, right? I mean, if we do warn him and he still don't listen to you, he's saying that brother's still gonna die, but we gonna basically we tried to deliver him, but he didn't listen. You know what I'm saying? He didn't hearken to the voice of the prophet. You know what I'm saying? If you could give me, what's that in Matthew? Oh, I got you. Give me 1 second.
Sir. You got some keywords. I'll search it up.
Yeah. It's wipe the dust off thy feet.
Sir.
You know what I'm saying? So, it's our job to warn these people. And it's been some things that was going on around me in certain spaces I be in, like in Clubhouse or whatever, from time to time, or just around me in general. It's people that's glorifying sleeping with other brothers' ribs, or they only want to blame the brother's rib for why she's doing what she's doing. You know what I'm saying? And she is at fault 100%. And there's but before she got caught up, when I used to say to these brothers, she's not a good girl because this is the stuff she's doing and she entertained, they argue me down. And they even told me that she's still a good girl because she holds her house down and she puts her family first. But she's out here flirting, engaging in sexual conversations. She's engaging in sexual conversations with other men, even to the point now, it comes out that she's sending the brother nude pictures. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes we might think adultery is the actual act, but it's things that happen prior to adultery, which is still adultery, because when Christ came, he gave us the spirit. Right. You know what I'm saying? To get into the spirit. That's why he told. I'm gonna get into the scriptures.
I got that, Matthew. Go ahead. The book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 14. And whosoever shall not receive you,
right,
nor hear your words, nor hear your words, when ye depart out of that house or city, shake off the dust of your feet.
Right. So that's what we got to do. When we get a words, we don't got to push it down their throat. We don't got to force it to them. You know what I'm saying? We just wipe the dust off our feet. Understand, we gave them warning. You know what I'm saying? We gave them warning. We gave them, once you warn them and they don't listen, their blood is no longer on your hand. You give them warning and you shake the dust off your feet. That's what Christ told us to do. And mind you, and here's another thing. Back in Ezekiel, chapter 3, verse 17, when it says, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Like he didn't say that we was a watchman to the whole earth. You know what I'm saying? We watchmen to our own people. You feel me? Like that's who we're watchmen to. So, like I said, with this situation that's going on, the brother hasn't necessarily slept with that sister yet, but he's done everything but do that. You know, and then now the husband finds out, right? And now she's on the app blaming the brother who texted her, but she's been entertaining this brother for over a year now. Now, over a whole year ago, I gave warning to the brother. You know what I'm saying? I even to this day, I'm still giving warning to the brother. Like I'm leaving it. Like I told him, you know what I'm saying? But I'm telling him how it's wrong, how he should not engage in his acts. If you could give me Leviticus 20 and 10, Baba Kasha, this is the law. And this is why I told him that. You know what I'm saying? No, he's not in the school. No, he don't understand the truth. But brothers still die from committing adultery. He might sleep with that brother's wife and he come home and he kill him. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of times where stuff like that happens. Now, you just don't have a priest going around killing you for your actions anymore. But you're going to have to pay for that. Right. You know what I mean? They're not understanding why I'm saying what I'm saying. Because I'm speaking from biblical principle. Right? I'm speaking on having brotherhood. Even though you don't know that brother, in their mind, you don't owe him no loyalty. That's what they're saying. Well, I don't owe him any loyalty. I could do this and I could do that. He shouldn't, you know. And now that the sister is trying to diminish the brother on Clubhouse character, calling him thirsty and everything, even though she was entertaining him. Now he feels some type of way. But what I'm explaining to the brother is that this is his fault. You understand what I'm saying? I'm explaining that this is his fault. The reason why it's in here, because I'm the one that told you it's your fault. Why this sister is diminishing your character? Oh, she could just not say nothing. Now you want to get into a petty battle with a sister when you knew what you was getting into. Right. You knew what you were signing up for. You know what I'm saying? And I told you to leave it alone. It's too many women out here for us to be trying to sleep with another brother's rib, man. That brother, that's his family. That's the mother of his kids. You know what I'm saying? And in a world, we just taught as men to have such a strong lust issue that, you know, we don't have to check ourselves. Oh, that's his girl. That's her fault. You know, that I don't got nothing to do with that. Right. You know, but the Lord don't see it that way. Go ahead.
Salaki, if I could, you know, this is a heavy topic. And, you know, one of the things that I've had conversations, you know, when it comes to this topic is, you know, our culture and our music, like you said earlier, it reinforces that. I don't think there's too many rap songs or R&B songs with a man where he's not saying, you know, I'll take your girl or this, that, and the fourth. Your girl want me when I step in the club. Like, it's like a rite of passage now to say that on the track. Right. It's not good enough to just walk up to a girl and get her number. You got to take somebody that's already taken. Right. It's out of pocket. And if we can get away from that culture, a lot of violent crimes and a lot of jail sentences will cease to exist if we can get away from that.
Right. And you're 100% right about that. You know what I'm saying? Like instead of seeing, and another thing is a lot of us don't know how to build a household. We don't understand what it takes. It takes patience. It takes, you know, patience, understanding, you know what I mean, and correction. But it's like we want to always destroy what somebody else built. We see a brother happy with his rib, you know, what will you see her DMs? Oh, you still married. Oh, you still this. Oh, you still that. You know, brothers, you know, like they're just waiting to destroy your household. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, it's a million girls out here that's shake and tell, that's doing everything. Why are you so obsessed with sleeping with another brother's wife? You know why? Because you're taught that it makes you a better man. Right. It makes you better than him because you could take his woman. You know, you never, and at the end of the day, you do understand that she's a whore. You know what I'm saying? But you also understand that like you also would take away from it that you're better than the next black man. You're like, oh, I took his girl. Oh, he weak. Oh, like we're just taught, and it's engraved in us that we just gotta just take and destroy everything something a brother has built. You know what I'm saying? That brother may have put blood, sweat, tears, and everything building his family, and all you want to do is pacify the sister and sleep with her and just throw her away. You know what I'm saying? And that's part of the reason why we are destroyed. You know, because we're taking on our oppressors' way of thinking. We've taken on everything that they fed us because we deviated away from this, which is our law, statutes, and commandments. You got that scripture for me about adultery?
Sir, one moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like it's really disgusting. You know what I'm saying? How much we're infatuated with that type of lifestyle.
You wanted the one in Leviticus?
Yeah, Leviticus 20 and 10, Baba Kasha. It's like we're infatuated. We don't know how. Another thing is we don't know how to choose good women. We don't know what a good woman is. Why? Because we don't have this. This tells us what a good woman is. This tells us what a good woman does. This tells us what behavior is. But the problem is Christianity then tainted this Bible.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because they use it out of context. They don't use it the correct way. They don't read line upon line, precept upon precept. Right? That's where, you know, having this truth is gives you an edge over people. It gives you an edge and it gives us direction and it tells us how to do things that's going to help build our nation. It's going to tell us how to help build our families. It's going to tell you how to build a business, tell you how to be sound-minded, give you direction, not to react too quickly. You know what I'm saying? It's just so much, that so many gems in this Bible, man, that we can avoid a lot of troubles that we have in our life if we just adhere to the word of the Most High. Go ahead. You have it?
Sorry.
All right, go ahead.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 20 and 10.
Mm-hmm.
And the man that committed adultery with another man's wife, even he that committed adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer and the adulteress shall surely be put to death.
Right. So when it's talking about your neighbor, it's not talking about the person that lives next door to you. Right. It's talking about everybody. You know what I'm saying? Your neighbor. Don't sleep with your neighbor's wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. Don't sleep with another man's wife, period.
Right.
Even if her husband is an Edomite, do not sleep with another man's wife. Leave it alone. You know, the Lord made more women than men for a reason. And then, you know, I get in these spaces and it's like, well, what about the woman? No, you can't have multiple husbands. No, you know, it's just not feasible.
Right,
it don't work that way.
Salakia.
Go ahead.
Can I give another precept with adultery? This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 6 and 32. But whoso committeth adultery with a woman lacketh understanding. He that doeth it destroyeth his own soul.
Right. So, like, hold on, give me 1 second.
And if I could, while you searching up whatever you're looking for, I just wanted to say one more thing. What you're saying is heavy, you know, and it's a thing that we all start to go through when we, you know, come into the truth and we know people in the world, to where all the stuff that we've, you know, let go and come to understand that is, you know, wrong and wicked. You know, those people that haven't gained understanding in the world, they're still doing the same, you know, wicked things. And it almost comes, at least in my opinion, or excuse me, my experience, it comes at a surprise when it's like, yo, you don't know you shouldn't be messing with somebody's wife. Like, you don't know that. Like, I had situations where I'm talking to, you know, brothers that I know that I, you know, came up with, and they, you know, telling me, well, you know, they got this, this and that at their job or whatever. And, the woman saying she ain't happy. So that's where I'm at with it. And it's like, well, you got a situation. How would you feel if some, man is being told by your woman that she's not happy? Wouldn't you want that man to turn her away and say, well, that's something you need to work out, right? With your husband. Right. And Salaki, if I could, just one more thing, I remember there was, a situation at work where it was this sister that worked at, my job. I was young, so I was still in college. Right. And, she was always nice, this, that, and the fourth. And I didn't know her man. Right. But I had played ball with him, this, that, and the fourth. But I remember one time, the sister, I don't know why she was weak this time, but she just came to me and started trying to tell me stuff. And I was like, yo, that's probably something you should, be telling him. That's not something I'm, I play ball with that man. I don't really want to know y'all business, especially, I see him, we playing ball together. That's going to be on my mind. But really, I could tell that the sister was making an angle at it. Right. And brothers shouldn't be so weak just because some female that they might think is attractive is confiding in them and being weak too. You should turn that sister away, at the least, and even more so tell that sister, like, look, you should do the right thing and hold your man down. And if you got an issue, you should bring it to your man and work that out. That's your man, right? Right. Like, that's what brothers should do. But our experiences, they not doing that right now because they don't know the truth. Salakia. Right. No, and that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Because the world is teaching us some messed up things. It's teaching us just how to destroy ourselves. You know what I mean? And like in the Lord, when we read them curses and it says till I'll be destroyed, this is what the Most High meant. Like we're doing things till we're literally destroying ourselves. We're destroying families. Damn right. You know what I'm saying? And happy while doing it. And bigging ourselves up while doing it. And it makes us weak. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's making us weak, man. You know what I'm saying? All these sisters care about is being happy. And, all they care about is just being happy or getting back at you. Like, I was on Clubhouse yesterday, you know what I'm saying? And we talking. And one sister said, well, if a man cheat on me, I'm going to go find his big homie or his best friend and I'm going to sleep with them. Good night. And then she swears that she's not doing it out of hurt. But even with that mindset, she's destroyed. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's destroyed. Like, these are the things that our people is facing. You know what I mean? Like, this is the things that our people is going through. And it's through the destruction that the white man did Salakia, through our oppressor has been, doing to us, right? With pushing monogamy on us, we're pushing these things on us and these false religions on us to give our woman power over us. You know what I'm saying? A man can have multiple wives, woman can't. And the minute you go off and step off, here's another formula. You got Matthew, I think it's 5:29, if I'm not mistaken. 27. Give me 1 second. That's right here. Matthew 5. It's when Christ is speaking.
Yeah. Adultery in his heart already.
Yeah, that's it. I can read it whenever you're ready. 5:27 and 28.
All right, go ahead.
The book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 27. Ye have heard that it was said by them of old time.
Right. So what Christ is doing, he's not creating nothing new. He said he's quoting scripture that happened in the Old Testament. Go ahead.
Thou shalt not commit adultery.
Right. So we shouldn't sleep with another brother's wife, and ladies, do not sleep with another man while you have a man.
Right.
Go ahead.
Verse 28. But I say unto you that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her hath committed adultery with her already in his heart.
So this is what Christ did. He said, even if we look at another woman, right? So before it was just sleeping with another woman, right? Like if we sleep with a brother's wife, or if she sleeps with a brother, right? or if she has a man and she sleeps with a brother, she is she's committing adultery, right? But now Christ, he upped the scale. If you even look at another sister, like say for instance, you see a couple walking down the street, and you could tell by the front that the sister has hips. You know what I'm saying? You can see that, you know, and then you go look back at her. That's looking at her with lust in the eyes. Don't even look back at that sister to see if she got a fat, you know, behind. You know, don't even do it, because now you're committing adultery in your heart. You already want to sleep with her. So you got to look away from that sister. Don't go nowhere near it. But it's the same thing, sisters. You don't go craving attention from other men. That's adultery. You craving attention and doing things to get attention, that is adultery. It don't work. Like, and they even tried to flip it on me earlier. They tried to say, oh, well, it don't say that she can't go liking guys' Instagram posts, or she can't go like, you know, comment hard eyes under his pictures and all that. Dang. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, yo, come on, like y'all just trying to find a way out of following the law. And that's us as a people. We always trying to find a way out of following what the Most High done gave us. Like, it's wicked out here, man. I feel bad for it's wicked. It's nasty work.
It is.
Without these scriptures, man, it's nasty out here. So, yeah, like, don't even look at that sister, man. Keep your eye away from that sister. Don't entertain certain conversations with that sister. You know what I mean? The scriptures say sit not at all with her.
Damn right.
You know what I mean? If you could give me Ecclesiastes, just hold it for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so crazy because goodness gracious. It's crazy how just in the world, how we're just taught to just destroy anything that we build.
I think it's 9 and 9.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's 9 and 9.
That's a perfect precept right there.
Yeah. So, like, once again, Christ was just telling us he got us into the spirit. So, sisters, don't be doing things to crave attention from other men, man. Like, instead of doing that, do something that's going to be positive for you and your household. You know, cover yourself up. Don't go out here dancing on other men at the club while you got a husband. And according to the scriptures, a husband is a man that you're sleeping with. So make sure that man that you're sleeping with understands that you're his wife. You know what I'm saying? Because in the world, you sisters is just out here sleeping willy-nilly. You just out here sleeping with the man to see who's going to cuff you, to see who's going to give you the most, to see who you can get the most out of. You know what I'm saying? Just going from person to person to person. Like, we not, sisters, don't go on the app flirting with brothers. You know, it's no male friends. That's not a thing. You cannot do that. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be a headache for your husband if you doing stuff like that. He's going to despise you. He's not going to want to be with you. You know what I'm saying? And it's an embarrassment. Not only an embarrassment, a lot comes from that, man. There's a lot of negative things that come from you flirting with other men, sending other men naked pictures. That sister gave these brothers the up on her husband, pretty much. Like, they was never disrespecting her husband before. Now they're disrespecting him. Oh, he's a little guy, or whatever the case is. I'm big dog, or whatever. He little, whatever the case is. Like, now they're just taking shots at your husband when you post him. Why? Because you flirted with this brother over here. You know what I'm saying? You did, like, these men is not going to respect your husband. You know, I don't know if you sisters ever hung around one of your friends that was like real promiscuous. Like, when you hang around those types of girls, y'all don't get respect. Niggas talk to y'all any type of way. They do whatever they are. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't carry yourself like a hoe and expect to be treated like, you know, like a princess. You know what I'm saying? Be treated like a wife. Want to be like, and that's the thing. That's why, like, even in the conversations that I'm having with these sisters, I'm letting them know, like, yo, if you a whore, then don't expect to be treated like anything else other than that. You know what I'm saying? Because brothers in the world is just going to treat you like, don't nobody want to have to be committed to a whore. Nobody's going to want to claim you. You're just going to get a bunch of brothers that want to run through you.
Right.
That's just the reality. Go ahead.
Yeah, Salaki, if I could, brothers, in a situation where they might end up with a woman that would do such a thing, they should have, wisdom, like we have here, and not just get with any old chick willy-nilly.
Right.
Because it is brothers that prey on, people's women, and those women was going to do it anyway. I know of situations where brothers ended up wifing a whore,
right?
And it always turned out bad in every situation. Every situation it turned out bad, to the point where some of the most wickedest things happen. I'm in the world and I'm being told stories about how they're, involved with each other while their man is on the phone with them. And they hide in the midst of it. And it's like, if you don't want to, because that, I know that could probably break a man down to his soul, finding out something like that.
Yeah.
Don't wipe a whore.
Right.
And women don't be one. Brothers should stop entertaining whores, because at the end of the day, brothers shouldn't entertain it because it can happen to you. Like that situation in Salakia when, with David. Right. Was it David that happened where the Lord was telling him he was going to have, men sleeping with his wives in broad daylight? Was that David? I'm gonna have to find it before I talk about it. I know General Muhammad had broke it down, but that thing was crazy. Yeah. And it's like, look, man, like brothers.
Oh yeah.
I think it was
after he slept with the brother.
Right. I think he had sent the brother off to die or something crazy. Yeah. Salaki, if I'm jamming up or mixing up the story. But yeah, you absolutely right. This is definitely a topic that brothers, need to hear from you, because they just won't stop.
Yeah.
He will not stop.
That's a fact. We should have some type of morals, you know what I'm saying? Some respect to just the next man, just off of you being a brother. Like don't destroy that girl house. So you don't want nothing to do with that sister after she give you whatever she give you, And she and you know why she said that? She's entertaining it because she's bored. So your man is out taking care of his household, and you entertaining his nonsense because you bored.
Right.
So now because you bored, I guess he's not good enough. Now you got caught. Now you want to flex him up on the internet. It's like you're making him look worse. You're destroying. Yeah, you're destroying that man, and he don't know the full truth. You know what I'm saying? That's why, like, if you send pictures to another man and all this other stuff, that's adultery, man. That is adultery. You cannot send no nude pictures out. Send your nakedness out to another man and think that that's not because you didn't sleep with him. That's adultery. So there's no way, that. And as a man, you shouldn't accept that. Even the scriptures tell us that, isn't that land polluted? She even when he finally forgive her and she stopped having to work to get her out the doghouse, guess what she's gonna do the next time she's bored? She's gonna flirt again.
Right.
She's gonna send more news just to a different guy, right? Because she don't respect her man. She because of who she is, and she's the look. And these people, when I used to say, look, I don't let my wives do any of that stuff. No flirting with niggas, no DMing niggas, no liking pictures, none of that. If I find out it's an issue, right? Oh no, you insecure, blah blah blah. But she said her husband allows her. He doesn't care what she does, and he allows her to do whatever. Now she found out, for one, that's not true. She also finds out that he cares about certain things. He found out, and guess what else? He finds out that Look what she's doing when you act like you're trying to be so secure with certain things.
Right.
Now you allowing these men, she's on the app in front of you, talking to these people, telling you, oh, these people better come up the whole time. She's on here flirting with another brother from another city. You know what I'm saying? Got you in, they had a meetup, had him in her face knowing that she sent them news. Now he playing cool with him. That's a dangerous game.
Damn right.
That is, I can see why a brother will want to kill him. You smiling in my face, trying to act all cool, and then the whole time you trying to smash on my girl.
If I could.
Go ahead.
Salakia.
No, you good.
I'm seeing you know, a lot of things where females are Salakia sisters, you know, in the world, they got male friends. And I know that's a bad idea. Because, you know, 9 times out of 10, that brother's only being your friend because he's waiting for the opportunity for his turn, or he's waiting for you to see how great of a guy he is, even when you have a man.
Yep.
And what sisters should hold in mind is, if a sister was 900 pounds with, you know, and I'm just over exaggerating because, you know, I'm not trying to, you know, say anything bad about a sister, but I'll just put it like this. I won't even describe nothing crazy. If a sister is unattractive to that man, normally he's not going to want to be her friend.
Right.
Men are not being your friend simply because you have good sports advice. They're not being your friend because, you know, you can really help them with anything. They're doing it because they have a physical attraction to you, and it benefits them to be in close proximity when they might have an opportunity to get with you and sleep with you. That's all it is to it.
Right.
That's why, you know, all that male, you know, friend stuff back in the day when I was young and I had a, you know, a girlfriend, I wasn't going for that.
Right.
Because I knew what it was sitting for.
Exactly.
I don't see that man trying to get with, you know, Gertrude. He trying to get with the fly young thing that already got a man and be her friend and act like he just being cool. He being her cool friend. Now he wants something from you.
And all he gonna do is wait till she mad, downplay you, and then slide in.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, no, your sisters gotta be smarter than that. Y'all gotta recognize dogs licking your sores. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be able to recognize these things. These brothers don't really want you. If they wanted you, where was they at before you got a man?
Right.
You know, like, no, it don't go like that. And even if they had you, they wasn't taking you serious. You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand that once you pick a man, stay with that brother. Build him up. Build up something that's worth having, something that can't be torn apart. Build it up in the right spirit. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the gems that I'm giving tonight is to help us build families and not be torn apart by devious things. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just listening to another man. For what? You had some?
God, Salakia.
Okay.
I was just looking at it and reading it. Salakia. You know, what you're saying is heavy, and I wish, you know, you had a podcast or something, because, you know, it's a lot of us brothers that, you know, that we reaching people, but I wish I could replace brothers like you. Like, we got, you know, of course, Captain Ariel, Captain Tazaiwan, and Oz are war with their podcast, but we need to all just take over the podcast game,
right?
Because what you saying could help deliver somebody out of death,
right?
And if you could switch with Gilly the Kid and have his following and Wallow's following,
right?
Because we like what you said was literally biblical about how they just want to slide in. And I just want to read that precept that you brought out, because it's like, you a prophet for real. And it's like, as it is written, you speaking from the scriptures, and you're not even, quote unquote, directly coming from it, but you coming from a place of wisdom because you know the scriptures.
Right.
In 2 Timothy chapter 3, it says, let me see. I'll start. I don't want to read too much of it. But it says, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof, from such turn away. For this sort are they which creep into houses and lead captive silly women laden with sins, led away with diverse lusts. Like you said, they just waiting to slide in.
Yep.
And if that girl is silly, don't even know what's going on, he got it.
Yep.
Most High Christ, that's heavy that you dropped.
Yeah, Most High Christ, man. You know, yeah, it's just been weighing heavy on my mind this past week because this stuff been going on all week. You know what I'm saying? As far as the situation that I've been witnessing on Clubhouse, you know, I'm watching it happen. I even had to advise the brother not to go out there. Now that you got caught, if you go out there, that's literally a slap in that brother's face.
Right.
And if you go out there, you just be ready. You got to be ready to do something.
Right.
Because you never know what can happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But let me tell you how, like when they say like, let me show you how the devious stuff, and now pride is kicking in because now everybody's spicing the situation up. Everybody got something to say. Oh, you were scared to go out there. You scared of her man and this, that, and the third. So now he like, oh, well, I ain't nobody scared about it. So now to prove yourself to nobody's, now you're about to put yourself in a situation where all these people want to see is drama. Ain't none of these people living by the scriptures at all. They just want to see drama. And then the minute that something happened to you, now they want to cry and act like you was such a good man. Whole time you was messaging and dealing with another brother's woman. You know what I'm saying? And then you didn't listen to what I told you over a year ago. And he even just said it, man. Zarah told me over a year ago, do not mess with that girl. He said it out of his mouth. He told me not to mess with her. I shouldn't have messed with her. But now you still gonna go out there and try to play in that brother's face. You never know what can happen.
Right.
Not saying that anything is going to happen there. But if you get away with this, best believe, guess what's going to happen? You're going to do it again. You ain't going to learn your lesson and say, you know what? I'm going to just leave sisters with no husband alone. Because now his friends is even like, yo, I bet you could still smash. Like his friends, because they're in the world, they're not they only think in a carnal sense. You know what I'm saying? But that way is destruction. You thinking carnally like that is destructive, and it can cause you to die. But if you had hearkened to the words of this prophet that just spoke to you, you know what I'm saying? But because you don't look at me like I'm a prophet because I'm not dressed in a suit or I'm not dressed up like one of them oppressor men, Joel Osteen or whatever. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not dressed up like them and I can engage in certain conversations, you don't adhere to my word that I'm trying to save your life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to save these brothers' lives, man. I'm trying to save our people and build up, like I said, build up our families, build up their household. So now if something happens to you, and the sad thing is the brother got kids. So you telling me you willing to die over some box that don't belong to you, and you already seen that she's willing to throw you under the bus to protect her own image. It's so many things. You willing to die for that than to be a good father for your kids and show them a household that's worth bringing up with two parents. You know what I'm saying? Instead of building up your own, you want to tear up that man's household.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let's have some brotherhood, man. Let's have some brotherhood and respect each other and not sleep with each other's wives, man. Like that's what the scripture calls us to do. Let's listen to that. You know what I'm saying? You got that scripture in Ecclesiasticus?
9:9.
9:9.
Concert.
Yeah, go ahead. Matter of fact, can you go up to 9:2 real quick?
Concert.
Mm-hmm.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 9, verse 2. Give not thy soul unto a woman to set her foot upon thy substance.
Right. And that's what he's doing. The minute that you know that she got a wife, the minute you know she got a husband and you still decide to talk to her, flirt with her, you allowing her to set her foot upon your substance. Anything that's good that you're willing to do, you got to move around her and her husband. She set her foot upon your substance. Your substance ain't worthy to her. You don't mean nothing to that woman. You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 3. Meet not with an harlot, lest thou fall into her snares.
And that's the thing. So now because she's bored, she's on the app flirting with you, right? Now you talking to her on the phone. Now it says you're going to fall into her snares. This is a snare. And now you think that she's going to speak highly about you now that she got caught up? No. What verse 3 say?
Verse 3 says, meet not with an harlot, lest thou fall into her snares.
Okay, verse 4.
Verse 4. Use not much the company of a woman that is a singer, lest thou be taken with her attempts.
Right. So don't meet with that type of woman like that's like she throwing it at you. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be taken by her attempt because she got a man. Because she got a man, she keep hollering at you. You get what I'm saying? Like her man is away. He might drive trucks or whatever the case is, or he might he might just be away for a couple months because whatever. She keep hollering at you, but eventually you're gonna fall into that trap.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So don't keep entertaining that. Once she got a man, oh no, that's it. Go ahead.
Verse 5. Gaze not on a maid, that thou fall not by those things that are precious in her.
Right. So don't gaze upon that maid because you're still going to find things that's precious within her. Like this is all talking about like a harlot or a woman, like even a woman that is a harlot, because technically if she's a harlot, she got many husbands.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And if she got many husbands, the more you gaze upon her and you stare at her, you're going to start to see the precious things in her. You're going to start to see the good things in that woman. And that's what happened. He knew that the whole time that she was a whore. You know what I'm saying? But the more and more you talk to her, the more you're going to make excuses for her, the more you're going to see the precious things in her. Oh, you cooking that good meal? Oh, man, you such a good... I'm telling you, they was on the app telling me that the same girl who's sending nudes to a brother on the app and that has a husband is the same girl that's a good girl. And I used to argue and say she's not a good girl. Even today, they tried to tell me she's still a good girl.
Sending the nudes? And that's a good girl.
That's a good girl. Go ahead.
Verse 6. Give not thy soul unto harlots,
right, that
thou lose not thine inheritance.
So don't give your soul into a harlot. Once again, don't give yourself to a harlot, man. You know what I'm saying? Because then your inheritance, you're going to lose it dealing with her. You get her pregnant, she's going to take you to child support because she don't got no intentions on building you up. Harlots take what they can get.
Right.
You understand? A whore takes what she can get and then she moves on to the next nigga, to the next brother and take what she could get from him.
Right.
So dealing with these women, they're just going to take what they can get and move on. You're going to end up giving your inheritance to her because you just want her to stop. You know what I'm saying? You're going to give her everything that you feel like she deserves because you want her to stop doing what she's doing. She's going to take your inheritance and then she's just going to move on to the next brother. Go ahead.
Verse 7. Look not round about thee in the streets of the city.
Right. So now we don't got to go out searching for chicks. You know what I'm saying? That's not what we should be doing because when we do that, we're going to fall into harlots because guess who's outside in the streets? Harlots. You get what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Neither wander thou in the solitary place thereof. Turn away thine eye from a beautiful woman and look not upon another's beauty.
Right. So it's not saying don't look at a beautiful woman. Like you see a beautiful woman, like, oh no, don't look. No. But it's saying don't look at another man's wife. She's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? She's a beautiful woman. But if she has a husband, don't look at that woman no more.
Right.
There's no need to. Leave that alone. Don't deal with it. Go ahead.
For many have been deceived by the beauty of a woman.
Right. Many has been deceived by the beauty of a woman. Many has been deceived because she's so pretty. Now she's a good girl because how bad she is. Like I've watched. Listen, My rib just told me the other day that she had to block a brother because he keeps saying, you so bad, I'll give you the world. He's deceived by the beauty of my wife. You get what I'm saying? Now, my wife is a good woman because she's not entertaining that brother. You get what I'm saying? She had to block him because he keeps just DMing her. Right? But based off of how she looked, you're saying she deserves the world.
That's crazy.
You don't know this woman from a can of spray paint.
Right.
But she deserves everything because you're falling into the deception of her beauty. Go ahead.
For many have been deceived by the beauty of a woman.
Right.
For herewith love is kindled as a fire.
Right. So for herewith love is kindled as a fire. You falling in love with that woman, man, just off of her beauty. Like, go ahead.
Verse 9.
Here we go.
Sit not at all with another man's wife.
Right. So we're not supposed to sit at all with another man's wife. At all. If you know that sister's married, she's off limits. Sister, if you married, focus on your husband. Right. That's why it's important that you choose the right man from the beginning. Right? Don't think like America teaches you to think. Don't think that you can sleep around and do what you want to and then get to settle down when you want to. No, you can't be like think of yourself like your record, right? If a lot of times now, some of course over time, you know, a person can change, but sisters that's like, say if it's any young sisters listening in tonight, right? Don't go out there thinking because you're young, it's okay to be a whore. And then you can get it together later, right? Now, to the older sisters, you can change. You can't change what happened in your past, but you can change who you are today. If you follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, you can become a new person. But for the young sisters learning this, don't think that you can just go off and just be a whore and then eventually you know somebody, I could change later. No, be a precious woman now. So that means don't entertain male friends. There's no such thing as male friends. There's no such thing. Go ahead.
Nor sit down with her in thine arms.
So don't sit down with this sister in your arms. Don't sit down trying to comfort this sister when she's going through something with her man. Make her deal with her man. If more brothers will make her deal with their man, then they wouldn't be acting like this. They're acting this way because brothers don't hold them sisters accountable.
Right.
Because we want the vagina so bad, we don't care that she has a man. Don't sit down with that sister in your arms, man. Go ahead.
And spend not thy money with her at the wine.
Right. So don't spend money with her at the wine. You know what I'm saying? Don't go buying her. Don't go to the bar. Don't be taking her out to eat. None of that. Sisters, you cannot go out to eat or go to the bar with a brother if you married. It don't matter what your husband say. The scriptures is more powerful than what your husband say. You understand? Your husband shouldn't allow you to do that. Because if so, your husband is allowing you to sin against the Most High.
Right.
It's telling you what it is here. Go ahead.
Lest thine heart incline unto her.
Right, because the more and more you hang out with her, the more and more you sit with her, comforting her, the more and more you take her out to eat. Like I said earlier, you're going to see the good things in that woman, all the precious things, and you're going to start to feel for her. You're going to start to feel bad for her. You're going to start to like, damn, this brother is tripping. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. Leave these sisters alone. Hold them accountable. Keep going.
And so through the desire, thou fall into destruction.
Right. And because you play in the friend zone, because of whatever, you're going to fall into destruction. Because okay, if she has a man and you're willing to be her quote unquote friend, you know you want the cookie. through your desire, you're going to fall to destruction. She either going to use you up, she going to use your money up, or you're going to die because you invading on that man's space. It's no reason why we should be doing that at all. Is anything more on that?
La, sir, switches to something different.
Okay, can you give me Ecclesiastes 26?
Con, sir.
Right, so like you got to understand, man, these sisters is doing a lot of this because we allow it to happen. Now, granted, you won't have sisters still out here flirting, but we got to have some, as men, we got to have brotherhood. You can have as many wives as you want, right? You can have as many wives as you want. There's no reason to sleep with another brother's wife.
Right.
But see, that's the problem with monogamy as well, because when you can only have one woman, you know, and you feel like all the good girls is taken. So now, and then now you feel like the married woman is the good woman. You're going to go sleep with them because you don't know that you can have multiple women. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's messed up, man. We got to cut this adultery out. Like you said, a lot more brothers will be alive today. A lot of brothers wouldn't be in prison today if we cut this adultery out. Sisters, please, don't be on Instagram liking brothers' posts that you know is flirting with you and trying to have interactions with you. What are you entertaining that for? You don't need that type of attention. Once you sleep with that man, that's your husband.
Right.
So watch who you sleep with. Don't go off just sleeping with anybody. Like I said, you got to understand the significance behind sex is marriage. It's not, like sex isn't casual. And because America taught us to treat sex as something casual, that's why we're destroyed. We want to live like the heathens. And it's destroying our household. You know, no offense about the brother, but whenever Drake disses somebody, you know what he says?
What?
He's talking about their woman. He's trying to make the brother insecure about his woman. He's trying to say that his woman is out here sleeping. Now, guess what? It does take two to tango. But whatever his angle is, it's about sleeping with another brother's wife.
Right.
He wants to destroy households. Meanwhile, you got kids, porn stars, and everything, and you're not staying with them women.
Right.
But you just sleeping with them. Why don't you build up your own family? You know what I'm saying? The whole purpose of this Bible is so we can have a ruling class in America, not in America, in the world, right? So we could rule the earth. But if we can't even get our families together, where are we at? We are where we are today, destroyed. The leaders of STDs, the leaders of all types of diseases, sicknesses, everything. You know what I'm saying? Our family structure has been destroyed. They done took the man out the house. So now it's a bunch of women raising men and women. You know what I'm saying? And we don't know what it takes to build a house. You don't understand that it's going to take some rough times. It's going to take some arguments. It's going to take some disagreements. We might have to separate for a little bit. But even in the scriptures, instead of, matter of fact, you got that scripture, separate for a time.
Oh, wow.
You don't know that? All right, I got you. It's in Corinthians.
I know which one you're talking about. I just can't. I
Gotcha.
don't have it offhand, but I can find it.
All right.
And I have it. You said Ecclesiastes
26.
Right?
Yeah, this is the type of woman you don't want. Go ahead.
In Ecclesiastes.
Mm-hmm. Is it 26 and 12?
26 and 12. Salakia. I just had 26, but let me get to 12. God, sir, I have it. The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 26 and verse 12.
I think it's 12.
She will open her mouth
right
as a thirsty traveler when he have found a fountain.
Right. So like this is talking about a harlot or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like that sister came on the app And the first thing she did was call that brother thirsty. When she been feeding him, she's been what it say as a thirsty fountain, like when she will open her mouth as the thirsty traveler when he had found the fountain.
Constant.
She's that fountain that's been filling that brother's thirst.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? But she's the real thirsty one. Go ahead.
When he had found a fountain and drink of every water near her.
Right. So now it's saying she will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler when he had found the fountain. So like when somebody's thirsty, you traveling or whatever, like say if you running, you finally get some water, you gonna gulp that water. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you gonna drink that water, like you know. So and then it says, but when it says and drink of every water near her, so she's gonna drink out of every fountain. Anybody that's willing to water her thirst.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? That's what I was saying about that sister. Rather it's him or the next brother when she get bored. Go ahead.
By every hedge will she sit down.
Right. So now every hedge she's gonna sit at. Like the minute she catching up, the minute she get bored again, she's gonna, that's what she's gonna do. Go ahead.
Salakia. By every hedge will she sit down and open her quiver against every arrow.
Right. So now she gonna open herself up to any nigga that's willing to entertain her when she bored. You understand? That's why it's important that we as men understand what adultery is, that we as men stop entertaining women with husbands. Like if you you gotta think, you gotta ask yourself, is that vagina willing to die for, man? Because that's what you're saying. That's how special you make a woman feel when you sleep with her knowing she has a man. Oh, this brother thinks that my vagina is good enough to die for. That's the sign that we're sending her. You know what I'm saying? That's the sign we're giving that sister, is that she is good enough for us to die for. Why wouldn't she do what she's doing if you're willing to put up with it? You know what I'm saying? And then you gas her up even more by telling her she a good girl. Oh, she's such a good girl, man. I just want you so bad. Your brothers need to watch after your after your ribs, man. You know what I'm saying? Because these like on these apps, and she hanging around brothers, man. Them brothers don't have no good intentions for your rib. They trying to smash. You know what I'm saying? If they not living by these laws, statutes, and commandments, they don't have brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? Because if they don't know you, they owe you no loyalty. And that's the mindset that we have in the world.
Right.
That's what we're fed through our music. You know what I'm saying? That's what every brother is bigging up. We got to stop that. It does not make a brother weak if the brother doesn't know that his rib is out here being promiscuous with other men. You know what I'm saying? It don't make him weak. You should inform that brother. Or you should tell the brother who's sleeping with that sister to stop. You know what I'm saying? We got to stop condoning these things that's destroying us as a people. We got to stop condoning it. If a sister has a man, leave her alone. That's the best option. That's our best bet. You got that scripture about separating for a time in Corinthians? Hold on. I got you.
I can find it real quick. I started to search it up, but I went to the Ecclesiastes 26.
I got you.
1 Corinthians 7:5.
Yep.
7. Is that it? Salakia.
Right. Yeah, 7. Yeah. First
5.
Mm-hmm.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 7, verse 5.
What does 7 verse 1 say?
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 7, verse 1. Now, concerning the things whereof ye wrote unto me, it is good for a man not to touch a woman.
So it's good for a man not even to touch a woman, right? Go ahead.
Nevertheless, to avoid fornication, let every man have his own wife.
Right. So let every man have his own wife. You know what I mean? Like to avoid you sleeping with other brothers' wives,
right?
Or fornication, you doing bestiality or having to watch porn and jack off and watch porn. You know what I'm saying? Like it's better to not burn in your lust. You know what I'm saying? Get a wife.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He said it's good at any man don't touch not a woman, but if you got to, get a wife. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Let every man have his own wife, and let every woman have her own husband.
Right. So, once again, we understand in the scriptures that a man can have more than one wife. That's each one of his wives is his own wife.
Right.
Right. But let that woman have her own husband. She can only give herself to one man.
Right.
Go ahead.
Verse 3. Let the husband render unto the wife due benevolence.
Right. And this is another thing. So let the husband give the wife due benevolence. Don't be holding out on your wife. Like in Islam, they teach you if you fear your wife disagreeing with you or disrespecting you or whatever, disobedience. That's the word. They teach that you keep the bed away from her. You understand this. If you doing your thing in that bedroom, you know what I'm saying, and she disrespecting you, she gonna fix her behavior. So you sleep with her, give her due benevolence. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And likewise, also the wife unto the husband.
Right. So in the world, I know a lot of brothers had this issue when they finally marry a woman, or whatever the case is, or you in a long-term relationship with these sisters, they like to hold out or not give it to you. She too tired tonight, and no, sister, get that box up. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going to keep your marriage going. Even if y'all angry at each other, have sex and be mad later. You know what I'm saying? And then do it again. You give your wife due benevolence, and sister, do the same thing. Don't get comfortable that that your man can't leave you, and you now you holding out. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, like this is telling us how to maintain our relationship.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is to help avoid fornication and adultery.
Right.
Go ahead.
Verse 4. The wife hath not power of her own body.
Right. So you don't own your own body. Your husband runs your body. Go ahead.
But the husband, and likewise also the husband hath not power of his own body.
Right.
But the wife.
So listen, that means you got to get that thing up, man. Fellas and ladies, you know what I'm saying? We got to give our ribs due benevolence. You know what I'm saying? We got to, because we got needs. So give it up. Go ahead.
Verse 5. Defraud ye not one the other, except it be with consent for a time.
Right. So like defraud you not, like separate not one for another. You know what I'm saying? Right. And it says except to be with consent for a time. So like for a time you can separate. Go ahead.
That ye may give yourself to fasting and prayer and come together again.
Right. So this is what you're supposed to be doing when you're bored at the house, sister. Don't be on Clubhouse entertaining brothers. Don't be going away seeing other brothers from other cities and having them in your man face and all this other stuff. That's not how you're supposed to operate. Give yourself the fasting and prayer to fix whatever issues you may have, to fix whatever, you know what I'm saying, issues that you have within yourself. It might not even have to do with your marriage. If you feel the need, sister, to want to go sleep with another man because that's what you used to doing, fast and pray about it. Don't go entertaining brothers. Fast and pray so that way that thing, like, fight it. You got to fight it. And then maybe try to do some new things with your husband.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, spice things up a little bit. Do something different. if the stuff is getting boring or whatever issues y'all got, you know, fast and pray about it. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
That Satan tempt you not for the Salakia.
Incontinency.
In continency. Let me actually look that up. Salakia, it ain't too many words I come across. Incontinency. I'm gonna just see how it's pronounced. Salakia. Incontinency. Incontinency. And it means to withhold or restrain. Salakia.
Right.
Unable to restrain natural. Oh man, no, that's going into something else. Salakia.
Yeah, but basically, like unable to restrain yourself from to tempt you not into like to restrain yourself from you do benevolence. Right?
Yeah, it says lacking in moderation or self-control, especially a sexual desire.
Right. So there you go. So Satan tempt you not to want to have to sleep with these other brothers, to want to have to entertain these other brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like, brothers, don't be doing this and then sleep with another brother rib, man. You don't have to do it. You know, and this is how we're going to maintain, our houses. You know? So
Salakia, if I could, it's enough women for brothers out there to turn away. Like, no, I'm good, sis.
Straight up.
Even though that they single.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. The water.
See me one more time.
Oh yeah, my bad. Yeah, yeah, that's cool. I just needed more.
Yeah, it's enough for brothers. It's enough women out here for brothers to be able to turn down and have some type of self-control.
Right.
I was, if I could, I was just watching. And I love when this topic is talked about because it really brings out the wisdom in matters of choosing and picking who your significant other be. And it's on both sides, but there's certain times where even if that person is single, maybe that's not the mix for you. Maybe that's not what you should be doing because you got to be with that person unto death.
Right.
Unless some fornication happens, but you don't want to wish for that because you don't like the person no more. Like we should pick and choose our partners correctly. And then we should stay away from brothers' wives, like you said.
Right. Straight up. Like, that's clear cut, man. Like, you see? Right. So, like, and this is how important it is. Like you said, if you go back to Ecclesiastes 26 real quick, this is how important it is to choose the right woman. You know what I'm saying?
You can go back to 26.
Yeah.
Sir. All right. And what verse you want me to start at?
Verse 1.
Verse 1. The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 26. Blessed is the man that hath a virtuous wife, for the number of his days shall be doubled.
Right. So when you have a virtuous wife, the Lord is telling you, like, your days will be doubled. You know what I'm saying? Like, she make you enjoy, want to come home. You know what I'm saying? Right. And like, she's just there for you. She's soft, she's meek, she's kind. You know what I'm saying? Like, your days will be double. You know what I mean? That's why it says, blessed is that man. Keep going. Verse 2.
Verse 2. A virtuous woman rejoiceth her husband, and he shall fulfill the years of his life in peace.
Right. There you have it. So now it says a virtuous woman rejoiceth her husband. Like, she's proud of her husband. You know what I'm saying? Like, she rejoiced for her husband, and he should fulfill the years of his life in peace. Like, that sounds amazing.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
Verse 3. A good wife is a good portion, which shall be given in the portion of them that fear the Lord. Verse 4. Whether a man be rich or poor, if he have a good heart toward the Lord, he shall at all times rejoice with a cheerful countenance.
Right. So there it is. It says a good wife is a good portion, which should be given in the portion of them that fear the Lord. So it's saying that you need to fear the Lord.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It says whether a man be rich or poor. So whether you rich or poor, if he have a good heart toward the Lord, he shall at all times rejoice with a cheerful countenance. Like a countenance is your face. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Cheerful face. Like, you know, the Lord gonna give you a good wife, man, if you fear the Most High. If you listen to his, you know, to the word of the Most High, then you will understand that, you know, you're gonna get a good rib to help you out, to be able to make your clothes, that add to you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She's not just gonna be taken away. You know what I'm saying? You're not just gonna be taken away. These are things to look for in a woman. You know, drop down to verse 13.
Verse 13. The grace of a wife delighteth her husband, and her discretion will fatten his bones.
Right. So her discretion, that's like the ability to make certain decisions.
Right.
Will fatten his bones. Like her thoughts is going to be how she can add to his house.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The grace of a wife delighteth her husband. Keep going.
Verse 14. A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord.
A what?
A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord.
A loud mouth and bad woman.
A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord.
A bad bitch.
A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord.
Right. No. The girl with the BBL and the girl with the BBL and she looked good.
A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord.
Right. A silent and loving woman is a gift from the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to remember, man, it's because when you, especially as a sister, like I really feel for y'all because y'all see women y'all see the whores get treated so good in this world. You see them get flown out. They get all the gifts. You know what I'm saying? And it could be very easy to want to leave your man and just go from man to man and get treated from which you may see on the outside is good.
Right.
Like if you look at Ari, right? That celebrity, Moneybagg Yo girlfriend. She was with G Herbo, and that's what all these girls is chasing. The illusion of this dream. So they want to be treated like that. Niggas spending money, they getting bags, they getting clothes, they getting this, they getting that, they getting cars bought for them, and all types of stuff, right? Just off of how they look, right? But it says that a silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord, man. Learn to be a silent and loving woman, right? It says, go ahead.
And there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed.
So there is nothing more than that, than you being a silent, loving woman and having a mind that's well instructed by your man.
Right.
Right. I'd rather have that than any bad bitch any day. You understand what I'm saying? I'd rather have a woman that listens to me, that's silent, that's loving, that's not embarrassing me, that's not entertaining other brothers, than a woman who is loudmouth, bad bitch, strong, or whatever they want to call it, right? Any day. When she go out to the club, I know she's shaking her ass on brothers. You know what I'm saying? I know that she's in brothers' faces. I know that there's a possibility that, you know, matter of fact, keep going. Not bad. I got a couple more scriptures and we'd be done.
Verse 15. A shamefaced and faithful woman is a double grace, and her continent mind, Salakia, her continent mind cannot be valued.
Right. So a shamefaced and faithful woman, a woman that has shame if she is even around something like that's like considered whoredom. You know what I'm saying? It brings her shame. Like she'll feel bad. Like and a faithful woman. You know what I'm saying? Like a shamefaced and faithful woman. Like this woman fears the Most High. She's faithful to you, right? Like that's the type of woman you want. And it says that a shamefaced and faithful woman is a double grace. In her continent mind cannot be. There's no price on that, man. That's what it's saying. There's no price. There's no amount of money on that. That's what you want. These things can't be bought.
Right.
This can't be. Yeah, it just can't be bought. She's down with you. You know. So go ahead.
Verse 16. As the sun when it ariseth in the high heaven, so is the beauty of a good wife in the ordering of her house.
Right. So the sun rises every day. You know what I'm saying? And it rises high in the high heaven, right? So is the beauty of a good wife in the ordering of her house. Like the beauty of a good wife, like she gets up every day and orders her house, clean, cook, make sure the house is good. You know what I'm saying? Like, but let me show you some things that you don't want. Can you give me can you go up to verse 8?
Verse 8.
Matter of fact, give me 7.
7. The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 26 and 7. An evil wife is a yoke shaken to and fro.
Mm-hmm.
He that hath hold of her is as though he held a scorpion. Good night.
Right. So an evil wife is a yoke shaken to and fro. Like it's just like a yoke. Like a yoke is like something that keeps you, that they use on us in slavery. You know,
right.
Keep you tied down, shaking to and fro. You ever be shaking yoke? That hurt.
Right.
And then he that has hold of her is though he held a scorpion. That's what I mean by brothers don't want a wife, a evil woman, man. You don't want a wife, that sister that's looking for the line of tote. Like when you marry this sister, you don't want her to be like, oh, you know what? Okay. Technically, you can't leave me if I DM a brother or she's toting that line. She's embarrassing you. She entertaining certain things.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You want that sister that's gonna not toot the line, but jump all the way in. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of sister you want. Go ahead. Keep reading.
Verse 8. A drunken woman and a gatter abroad causeth great anger, and she will not cover her own shame.
Right. So look, a drunken woman and a gatter abroad causeth great anger. Like, let me look up the word gatter just to get the right context.
While you do that, I'll look it up in the Zondervan Bible Dictionary. I mean, not the Zondervan. I'll look it up in the
Okay, right. So one that travels about habitually, restlessly, with chiefly social purposes. So your girl always outside, right? So this sister always outside. She always want to get drunk. She always want to go outside. She causes great anger to you because you trying to figure out what the hell she want to do outside.
Right.
Right. And then it says, and she will not cover her own shame. So she dressed any type of way. She causes you great anger. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, me and Dan Allen was on Clubhouse yesterday. And the sister, like I said, the first thing she was saying, oh, I ain't doing this and I'm not that. And it's like, yo, you think what you're saying is hurting the man, but you're really hurting yourself. Like, oh, ain't nobody going to, you know, oh, you get another woman on me, I'm getting your best friend or your big homie.
That's crazy.
Right? She's scorned. She's as though like a brother held a scorpion. She's trying to vindictively get you back. You mess with a girl who don't even know this sister, but she's trying to get you back because she feels betrayed by what you did. Go ahead.
That's Salakia. I remember you said earlier about the big homie. Like she might try to sleep with his friends or his big homie. What friends or what big homie like with some sense of morals, or that really is your brother, would do that to you in the first place.
Exactly. That's what we said. You're not hurting us. You're really hurting yourself. But she wants to cause that great anger.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. Verse 9.
Verse 9. The whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids.
So she got the lashes on. You know what I'm saying? She got the lashes on, like it's in her haughty looks, like in the look in her eyes. You could like now, I can look a girl in her eyes and tell she whore. You know what I'm saying? Her whoredom is all in her eyes and how she look at her brother.
Good night.
It's all in how you can see it. It's all in her haughty looks, like how she dressed, how she looking. You know. Go ahead. Matter of fact, that's it. You know what I'm saying? But you know, my point is, bro, that we need to stop committing adultery. Let's stop praising it, because it's really destroying our community. It's really destroying the brotherhood that we can have. You know what I'm saying? Like that might be a potential business partner that you could have had, but you slept with his wife. Or you know what I'm saying? Like brothers will hate you for life because you slept with their girl 10 years ago. Let's just stop doing it. You know what I mean? That's all. Let's kill that adultery in our community, man. Let's come back together. With that being said, I'm gonna pass the class over to precinct officer Qual.
You trying to read the camera?
Yeah.
It's see the little bar. I'll start reading, but I'll show you real quick.
Yeah, I see the bars, but oh, it's right there.
Just a little thing. So you would turn it this way.
All right,
All right. Excellent class. All right. This is the ISUPK security announcements. Rules for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to learn and shed themselves of the word. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, they are to seek counsel from the heads. Tithes, which is a commandment, that can be found in Numbers 18:21 and Malachi 3:8-10. It means a tenth in Hebrew, which is ma'ashra. That is 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Also, we do have a priest fund, which is a free will offering for the priest. It is not mandatory, whatever amount you would like, or a bottle. Our up and coming holy convocations is the memorial of the blowing of the trumpets. That is taking place October the 2nd, 2024. That can be found in Leviticus chapter 23, 24-25. All right. If there is a brother in the school, or if you want to be a trooper in the school, remember to wear all black boots, headband, scarf, or a war scarf. With that being said, Mena Israel Amayim, which means to stand. Mena Israel Amayim Shabbat, Amayim, Barak, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Brakathum, Yajimatan. We're going to SAR. Sisters, you can stand. We're going to give you a courtesy salute. Mena Israel, we're going to SAR and turn to the sisters. Mena Israel Amayim Shabbat, Amayim, Barak, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Brakathum, Yajimatan, class dismissed.